the last thing that I'm going to talk about with these online instructions or these little video instructions is discussions. Before we do that, let's remember in the welcome letter that there's some discussion etiquette for us to remember. It's always good to say who you are at the beginning of your message or even in the subject of your message. And if you're responding to some other thought that's been going on, try to mention that at the very beginning of your reply so that everybody can kind of focus their attention on what the heck it is you're talking about. Sometimes people are in the middle of a conversation in their head, but when you're reading it online, it's really hard to tell what someone's talking about unless you sort of review a little bit as you start your message. And the final thing is, let's practice being respectful and professional. Even if you think someone has a wild idea, a not so smart idea, don't say that their idea was stupid or that they're totally ignorant or things like that. Try to work on being diplomatic and professional. It's good to practice. Lots of times in our life we come upon people that are saying ridiculous things, and we have to learn to respond in a very professional manner, which isn't insulting. So hopefully we'll have great discussions and we'll all respect each other. And even if you're not feeling that way, act that way in the discussion boards, please. So there are a couple places that we're going to do this. Click on Communications to see some options. The main place that I'll show you how to use is the discussion boards within our WebCT tool. And that's going to be this link here. I'll show you that in a second. There are lots of options for free. The two that I'm going to let you use at the beginning of this semester is a Facebook group. Many of you like to use Facebook, and they have a nice group tool where you can have discussions. I'm going to set up a Facebook group with everybody's email and invite you to it. And if that's something that you like to use, you can use that. And as long as enough people agree to use Facebook regularly, that'll work great. If there are only 2 people, I don't think those discussions are going to be as rich, and I'll have to ask you to come back to a more popular discussion. Same thing with the Google group. I think I like the Facebook better, but if you like the Google format and you can convince some other people that they should like it too, and that has some good discussions going, you can use that. I'm not going to support Facebook or Google group sort of technically, so only use those if you feel like that's something you can figure out on your own. WebCT provides us with a discussion forum tool. Let's learn how to use that now. Click on Discussions, and there are going to be a list of topics here. As you'll see as the class goes on, I will choose these topics. Okay, so find the topic that you're assigned and click on that. Today's is going to be about introductions. These 2 I'll probably delete before the class begins. If you find yourself getting social in this class, which will be great, don't use the discussion forums topic areas to make dinner plans with somebody, make study group plans with somebody, hit on somebody, whatever you're trying to do. Try to move that conversation to chit-chat. Okay, and that's a place for social, fun conversation. Okay, again, keep it within the limits of school and professionalism, but it can be sort of fun and social. Try to keep the topics to the topics at hand so that people don't waste their time reading stuff that's not important for the course itself. You can see how that might be frustrating to folks. So click on the topic, and it'll list all the messages that are there, and you can toggle between all messages and unread messages. So if you've been part of the discussion and you just want to catch up, click on unread, and the ones that you haven't read will show up. If you want to see the whole bunch of them, click on all. Okay, so you'll first read the messages that are there, or maybe you just want to post one, and so you can just post something by saying compose message, or you can read somebody's message and then respond to it by hitting the reply button. Okay? And when you reply, make sure you introduce yourself, and remember to say, I'm replying to something idea about whatever. When you're done, you can press post or preview. If you want to add some attachments, you can do that. Right? And you'll notice that it doesn't appear right away. You have to hit update listing, then it does appear. Okay? That's it for the trainings for WebCT. Have fun and good luck.